Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Time. Oh, it's so nice to be back with you guys. Uh, I tell you, yeah, what the last week was absolutely crazy, and I know some of y'all thought I wasn't going to make it back today, but I was determined to get here, if not for an hour, at least a half an hour. Um, I hope I've turned down everything. Today, we're going to talk about some stuff, but before we do that, I'm going to try and turn off my phones. I got two phones right now. I got my phone. I got my dad's phone. So try. Watch, somebody's gonna call. Watching. I don't know how to turn it down. But anyway, good morning. Welcome to Foodie Time. We are Connect and Grow community that came from the Go Live Together community. The live that comes on at 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock on Eastern Time every weekday. And then we're right behind them at 10 o'clock to normally 11 o'clock. But right now, because I'm going through grieving process, it's 10 to 10:30. But anyway, you guys, today I'm going to have to run out of here pretty fast. It's been pretty busy this week. Dad just passed on Tuesday, so I'm still kind of getting my I guess you could say head together. My brain is still kind of anyway. But what I wanted to say is Nightbot is also connected to this live. If you type hashtag grow, it will show your link so other people can connect with you. If you're on the replay, please type replay so in the comments so that we can say hello to you and welcome you to our community. So, hello guys. Uh, I'm going to start talking to everybody in the chat now. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we already have a few people here. Hi, everybody. The first person in the chat is Angie from Whatever Floats Your Boat. Hey, girl. So excited to see you. I mean, we kind of missed each other. Really didn't have a chance to connect after your cruise. So there you go. Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl Boucher from Go Live Together. Good morning. Condolences. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome to the chat, dear. Today I'm going to tell you what happened because I know some of y'all are probably wondering what happened to Dad. The last you heard, he was doing okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna say it today. I'm probably not gonna talk about it after this. But hey, bone tired travelers. Hi, Denise. Hey, dear. Oh, she's so sweet. I got all y'all's messages. I just didn't know what to say. I wanted to explain the whole thing. So I just decided I'd wait to the live and explain what happened. Big hugs. Thank you, sweetie. Keisha. Hi, Keisha. Welcome to the chat. My condolences on your loss. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. And then she says hello to everyone. She says she's running errands, but listening in. First time in your live stream. Welcome. We are so excited that you came here. Our community is so awesome. Like I said, normally I'm here for an hour, but today I'm only going to be here for probably a half an hour. I got to run out and take care of some things. Uh, Angie says, hi, Denise and Keisha. Scott, controversial cruising. Thank you, dear. Vicky, it's foodie time. I know, man. I missed you guys. I really did. I kept wanting to say stuff, but then I tell you, I knew I couldn't come on live. I'm actually getting myself together today. I slept a whole 8 hours last night. I was amazed more than anybody else. I think I was just tired. But anyway, Angie saying hello to them. And then Scott is saying heartfelt condolences. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. And then also saying hello to everybody else. We're a very friendly community. We spend a lot of time saying hello to each other. Cruising Capers, welcome in, Bernice. Good morning, beautiful. She said, oh, thank you. I don't feel so beautiful. But I am doing a lot better, y'all. Angie. Denise said, hey, Angie. Cruising Capers. Scott, hello, Cruising Capers. Everybody saying hello. Okay, since I'm not going to be here for a long time, I'm going to start out, first of all, by telling you what happened. Because I know that what I told you guys is everything was fine. Dad was doing so good. So I'm going to tell you what happened. It's only going to take me a few minutes to explain this, but it was just kind of fast the way things happened, okay? I tell you. So this all started, my father lost his wife, my stepmother, a year ago on February 24th. Oddly enough, February 24th of this year, he started to get sick. And at first I was thinking, okay, he's just depressed. Okay. We didn't know what it was. I kept asking him if he wanted to go to the hospital. He said he was fine. But before long, I think a couple of days or so, he started to get where he couldn't move his arms and he couldn't move his legs. And I thought, well, that's strange. Dad's been walking around with a rollator now for at least 6, 7 months. He kind of declined because she had declined before, she passed. And they would stay in the house. And I was concerned about it because he wasn't getting any exercise. But he got plenty of exercise visiting her in the hospital. So there you go. So that kind of got him really going well with his rollator, and he was walking around real well. Now I realize Dad is 86 years old. 86. Well, he was 85 at the time, but he turned 86 in February. He's been really depressed. So I understand that after you lose a spouse, you're depressed. And then if you're a person who never leaves the house, it's really hard. So I was spending every day going over there trying to make sure he was okay and everything was fine. And he got a housekeeper, so she was also checking in on him. So that was pretty good. Now I realize after he started getting sick, that day that he couldn't move his arms or legs, I couldn't move him. My dad is 6 feet tall and he was like a 42 waist. Okay, he's a big dude. So I couldn't move him, and so we had to call the ambulance to come and get him. And then we went over to the hospital that he normally goes to and where his wife had passed. Oddly enough, they put him in the room like 2 rooms away from where his wife had passed a year before. It was really strange. So, but here's the thing, Dad got better. And I was telling you guys, within a few days, he was up walking, going to the bathroom. Everything seemed fine. He was so excited. And this guy came in, they were trying to figure out where he'd send him a rehab place to get even better at walking and stuff. And he was excited because he loves to golf. And he was thinking he was going to be able to golf again if he went to this rehab. Well, this guy came in and started telling us about this one place that was connected to the hospital. They showed us a list of stuff, but then they didn't show us any information about this place. And I wasn't there when he came in, but he sold my dad on going to this rehab. That's mostly a rehab for working out and stuff. So he decided we'd go there. We went to the rehab, and the first day he was okay. The second day he seemed okay, but he started complaining that he was having a little bit of pain. And I didn't know, at first they thought maybe he had a UTI or something. But anyway, as it happens, you guys, we didn't know it, but he had developed an infection, and it was showing as, like a cyst. And they kept doing his rehab really intense for an 85, 86-year-old, 4 times in the morning, 4 different things he was doing in the morning. And I kept saying, this is intense. One day, about 3 or 4 days in, I came there and he had slept the whole day. And I kept saying to everybody, why is he still sleeping? And they kept saying, well, he's tired because he's older. And I'm saying, okay, that's just too much stuff, right? What I didn't know is he also had that infection, and the infection was beginning to take over. And finally, one night, I wasn't even there at the rehab because I had been at home. They had to emergency send him to the hospital that he came from before, to the emergency. So they called me up. Well, actually, the hospital called me up. The rehab didn't call me. But the hospital called me up, and I went over there, and he was in emergency. The doctors said they were going to put him in a room, and they did. And not long after that, they sent him to emergency surgery because the doctor said that he had an infection, and the infection was a bad infection. It's called gangrene. It was a flesh-eating bacteria. And they said if they hadn't operated, he would die. Okay, so that was pretty intense. And he did the surgery. Everything seemed like it was fine. But they noticed he was still having some problems with his kidney and his, he had what they call an ileus where he couldn't use the bathroom, a bunch of stuff. Plus, they had to go back in because whenever they do that operation, they have do a second operation to make sure the infection is gone. So that was kind of lingering out there. During the period of time that he was before the second operation, he was telling me a bunch of stuff. Okay. He was telling me, I don't want to be on life support. I don't, we had already discussed this. Someone is living well. So we had already discussed this. And he said all that stuff to me. And I was pretty sure what he wanted. Okay. His kidneys turned out to be failing. Okay. They kept testing him. They kept testing words. It just kept getting worse. So even though they got the infection out of the original area, the kidneys were not doing well. So then they starting him on his first dialysis, which he was totally against. He doesn't like being hooked up to anything. And that didn't go so well. It was only for 2 hours, and I think it was like a test run because he had to go to surgery for the second surgery. The second surgery came out okay. They said everything looked clear and everything, but he never quite recovered from the second surgery, y'all. His kidneys were in such bad shape that they knew right then and there they were going to have to put him on dialysis just to keep him alive. So they put him on 3 hour, didn't go well. His blood pressure dropped so low, it was like 59, something like that. It was crazy. And he was in pain. I mean, his body could not function with the dialysis. So the guy decided, the doctor, nephrologist, decided a 24-hour dialysis. And all you nurses in here, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. The 24-hour is basically he was on life support. But they were hoping that his kidneys would come back to life because they had stabilized instead of going down. And they were hoping that things would get better, I guess. I don't know. But during that 24 hours, it was so bad that Dad looked me in the eyes because he was in so much pain. It was not even because of dialysis, because dialysis is not normally painful. It was because his body could not handle the shifting of the blood, because that's what happens in dialysis. They shift your blood, your blood purified comes back to you. It's crazy. But his body just couldn't do it. Okay. He was in so much pain and he was crying. And you guys, the hardest thing was that. So he said to me, Vicki, this is bad. I can't do this. He says, I can't, I don't want to be on life support. I don't want to be hooked up to a machine. I don't want to lay on my back for the rest of my life. So I had to make a decision. I had promised him that no matter what. So anyway, I decided not to continue with the dialysis. I couldn't watch him. Even my husband was crying. It was bad. So we took him off the dialysis, and I knew that he wouldn't last long the way his kidneys were, and I was right. So he passed on Tuesday, and it was really quick. He was not in any pain. They had him in palliative care, so that was good. And he left at 7:30 in the morning. So he had no pain when he left. He was doing okay, but he was gone pretty fast. And we're a family of faith. So he believed in his heart, and I believed in his heart that he would be back with his wife. So that's the good thing. Now that I've told y'all that whole story, we can move on, okay? And I can get back to normal. So one other weird thing happened this last week. There was a good thing that happened, y'all. After all of the bad that happened, we inherited a poodle. I know, right? I love poodles. My first dog was a poodle, and I had her for a long, long time. I'm allergic to dogs, so I have to get hypoallergenic dogs. And oddly enough, one of my husband's friends had to get rid of its poodle. So we ended up inheriting this beautiful black poodle. He's out there somewhere tearing up something. He's a puppy. He's only 8 months old. Adorable, but just bad. We got to send him to obedience school because he chews everything. He teases on everything. But he's a miniature, so he's in between a standard and a toy. And my last poodle was a toy. I got to tell you guys, this poodle, is kept us from, my husband's mother passed the month before my father passed, which is crazy. So it was like the poodle was sent from heaven, and he's kept us so busy. We really haven't had a lot of time to grieve. Okay, it's just been crazy. We have an empty nest, so we don't have any kids here, but now we have a fur baby, and he has taken our hearts. So he has helped us to mend, and that is beautiful. Thank goodness for dogs. That's all I can say. PK Adventures. Hi, Ryan. Welcome into the chat. He's saying hi to everybody. Thank you. So sorry for your loss, Vicky. Like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about that again. I wanted to get that all out because I knew I would start crying. I wanted to get it all out. Now, when somebody asks me, I'm going to refer them to this live. So hopefully they'll be able to just hear that story without me having to tell it. Anyway. He said, so sorry. Kathy Mills. Good morning, Kathy. So sorry to hear about your dad. Thank you. Loss of a parent is so hard, especially when it's your last parent. My mother passed 25 years ago, 26 years ago. So, I've already gotten past that part, and that was hard too, as well. Um, and then Ryan is saying hello to everybody, and Scott, and everybody's saying hello to everybody else. Savage Batman, welcome, Savage Batman. Welcome to the chat, sweetie. Morning, Vicky. Hats on a mission. Hey, Jeremy. I love hats on a mission, by the way. Okay, that is so cool. I wish I knew how to knit so I could make some hats too, but oh well. You guys, it'll take y'all a long time to teach me how to knit. I'm just not coordinated that way. And Keisha H said hello to everybody. This is her first time to the stream. Yay! And we're so happy to have you. So if you want to show us your link, type #grow. Sorry, y'all. #grow, and it will show you the link so people can support your channel if they have not gone to your channel yet. That's what we're all about, is growing the channels. Most of us are smaller channels. When I say smaller, I will say some of us are not monetized yet or anything like that. Some of us have recently become monetized, so that's pretty cool, right? Like PK Ventures, woohoo! So that's exciting, but we will still go out and support everybody, and also, help them with their watch time hours, and help them to get more subscriptions by sharing their uh, videos and stuff. So anyway, so here we go, guys. Oh, Denise said, "Oh, Vicky, I know it was hard, y'all. That was one of the hardest things I've ever went through in my life, So, yeah, and I've lost a mother and a brother, that was only me and him. So there you go. My heart goes out to you. Thank you, sweetie." And then Nightbot is working, so that's good. Somebody type #grow. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Keisha. Just want to make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. Uh, I'm trying to find out where I left off. Kathy and Brian, welcome to the chat, Kathy and Brian. That's a okay. I'm going to say travel cake trips. Sort of tongue tied, yes. Okay, but hi, Kathy. Thank you. Praying your beautiful memories with Dad. Bless your mind and body, Cindy Heisey. You know, I do know he's happier. I do know that. Okay, so Denise, that baby will help you heal. I know he's so sweet. He's so affectionate, just so rambunctious. And we're both over 60. So, chasing the puppy around, it's just hilarious. Uh, uh, I just think that dogs have a way of, because they love unconditionally, first of all, and they just have a way of supporting you. The moment he met me during my best time when he was here. I came home and I was getting ready to cry, and he got up on my legs and started hugging me. It was so sweet. And my husband was like, "See, he knows your pain. He's trying to help you out," because dogs are sensitive like that. So it was weird. And puppies are healing. Yes, they are. Absolutely. Keisha said, absolutely heaven sent pup for sure. The timing was perfect. And the situation was weird. We adopted him or inherited him because some friends of my husband's knew that he wanted a dog because we lost a previous dog, and that was over a year ago. That was during the pandemic, and that was really sad. But I don't want to start that story either. Anyway, so they just moved into a condo, I think, and they only were allowed to have two dogs, and they had three dogs. So the youngest dog had to leave because the kids were used to the two older dogs. So I get it. So they asked him, and he said, "Yes, of course we'd take a puppy." Psh, and it's a poodle, a pedigree poodle, 8 months old, beautiful black wavy hair. I'll have to show y'all a picture of him. I'll post a picture of him when I get a chance. A beautiful dog and so sweet. So there you go. He makes me smile every day. He's just a mess. He really is. So everybody's saying hello to each other. Kathy is saying have to run into work. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you, Kathy, for coming into the chat. Uh, and Camille. Oh my gosh. Oh, there you are. Okay. Camille from Pitts Live. Hello, friends. Sending love to you. Camille, I thought about you when Jeremy and Cheryl today were talking about becoming monetized and all of the stuff you have to do with AdSense, which, by the way, I have done before when I was a blogger. I don't know if I have to keep the same account or anything. I don't have to worry about that yet, fortunately. But I was thinking about you because I was thinking if anybody knows about this story. Are you guys back? Can you guys see me now? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, you guys, for some reason. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ryan. For some reason, my whole computer blinked out. It wasn't even the internet this time. It said my device got a problem and went. What a day. But that was so strange. It just froze. Oh my gosh. And then it said device had a problem. It was gone. Yeah. Spinning wheel. Ryan, what did I miss, y'all? What did I miss? Hopefully that won't happen again, but I do know how to reconnect. If it does, yeah, whatever. Thank you guys for showing your links. I hope everybody got to come back. Camille, I was just talking about the fact that you just made it to 1,000 and you know what to do. I'm pretty sure. So if you guys, any of y'all need any help on your monetization, she's about to go through it. She's got fresh stuff. So does Ryan, and they can help us. Thank you guys for sharing your link. Whoo, yeah. Cruise nuts. Cruise nuts. I didn't see you come in. There we go. Welcome to the chat. Sorry that it blinked out. That was so strange. It was weird. The device all of a sudden decided it wasn't going to work anymore, and my whole computer just went. This is a laptop. I'm working on connecting a desktop because laptops I think are crazy, and this one is in bad shape. So hopefully we won't see that again for a while. But I do know how to reconnect. So if ever something goes out. It wasn't the internet, y'all. It was the device. Okay, the device just went blue, and they gave me this little smiley face thing and said the device has had a problem and gone. Okay, so yeah, I did freeze. Hopefully everybody is back. Thank you guys for being patient with me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you may have to refresh your screen to see me. Okay. It looks like everybody is back, or at least most people are back. Hopefully, if not, you'll see the replay. All right. But anyway, thank you guys. Back. Thank you, Keisha. There you are. So Denise, everybody is back. So that was crazy. And I like I said, I'm only going to be here half an hour, so I couldn't have just waited until after I was finished. Anyway, you guys. But anyway, so been there, Vicky writes. It happened to Mela and I a few weeks ago. Oh, we have some of the most challenging situations with lives. Poor Eddie this morning. Eddie. I love me some Eddie, but Eddie was cracking me up because I didn't catch the live, but I did catch him fussing about the fact that he forgot to hit the live button. Poor Eddie. But yeah, that kind of stuff happens to you. I think when you've been monetized for a long time and you've gotten used to things, you tend to take it for granted. The rest of us are too freaked out. We don't forget to hit the live because we're freaked out about everything that we do. Yes. Ah, are you showing us buffering? Okay, you're back. I hope you're back. But anyway, you may have to refresh. Yes. Now, yeah, evil laptop. That's evil laptop. Yes, this laptop has got some problems. The hinge broke. I mean, I can't carry anywhere because I can't. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm never buying another Lenovo again because I found out later this is something that happens a lot on laptops. You try to open it one day and it's just like, I'm like, whatever. Thank you, Denise. Good to have you back. Okay, and Nightbot is telling you about the Facebook group. A lot of people have joined the Facebook group. Thank you guys. And you know what? You guys were my support system over this. I have been going back and forth and reading stuff, and you kept posting. That's so sweet. I'm so glad because, like I said, my people on that Facebook, they're vacationers and they're looking for stuff to watch. Now, I'm going to tell you, Facebook people don't tend to watch long videos. If you got shorts, those are perfect. Any short is perfect. That's a vacation short for them. Uh, and now Lenovo's sending me a message. You turkeys. uh, anyway, so yeah, if you have a short, that is perfect because that's about as much time span as they're going to give you anyway. So there you go. Yeah, Eddie has done this several times. I know. He says he's done it once a week where he's talking to himself. Hey, Eddie, you're getting to know yourself well. He's talking to himself, and then all of a sudden he realizes, oh my God, I didn't hit the live button. It's just funny. But I love Eddie. And I watched that whole replay, and he must have said it several times. You know, he was so frustrated. But Eddie, that's okay. You know, you're getting to know yourself better, and we watch a replay anyway. So there you go. I do, because I'm not up at 7:15. Today I was just happy that I finally slept in until like 8 o'clock. So anyway, yeah, he's a sweetie. He forgot to hit it again, Angie. And you know, he thinks that we're upset or something because he didn't hit it, the live button. But meanwhile, we're just giggling about it because we know Eddie that he's going to be cursing. He curses all through the first few minutes. It's hilarious. But love you, Eddie. Anyway, so Nightbot said to be sure and like and share this. I don't know how you're going to share it, but share this live stream, you guys. It's been 30 minutes. I wouldn't leave you because I love you guys, but I got to go because I've got to go to the bank and to the cemetery. Yeah, and I don't look forward to going to the cemetery, but I knew if I came in here and saw you guys first, y'all would give me some strength. After I told that story, it's done. Don't have to tell it no more. We're good. And thank you for being the community. You are the blessing I was not expecting. And that's the truth. Y'all are the blessing I was not expecting in my life. Um, you know, I'm alone kind of in my family now. I'm like the oldest person in my immediate family now because my rest of my family is gone on to heaven. But my kids were so supportive, and my husband has been so supportive. Everybody that is outside of YouTube that knows me has been supportive. And you guys were just the icing on the cake. So love you guys. I will be here tomorrow. Yeah, and I probably will not be all watery. I'll probably be better. It'll be have been a week and I'm good. Friday, I will not be here because that's the day of the funeral. So I won't be there that day. But I'll be here up until that day, and I'll be here the next Monday. So you guys, thank you for coming, and thank you for liking the channel, and thank you for helping me through this. Love you guys. Oh, the other thing, the groups. I didn't do the group list today. I probably won't do it again until I'm in here an hour. I heard there's a new group I heard a new group on Go Live Together. We're going to have to get the information from, uh, I'm not even sure what the name of the channel is. Oh my gosh. But anyway, we'll have to get that information. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys later.